Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports. Live this evening from Voschel Gymnasium in Pittsfield as the Pittsfield Sockies play host to the West Central Cougars in what should be a high-quality matchup of two teams that are yet to find their first loss on the season. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Good crowd on hand on this Tuesday night to watch the Sockies and the Cougars. Glad you've joined us as well on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back to talk more about the matchup after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Welcome back alongside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The West Central Cougars and the Pittsfield Sockies tonight. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal here to serve you with all of your banking needs close to where you live and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Cougars are coming in with a record of 6-0 on the season. Wins over Rushville Industry, 53-22. A 10-point win over Minden Unity, 69-59. A game they actually trailed 21-10 after the first quarter before the comeback win. Big win over Hartsburg-Emden, 72-20. Beat Beardstown, 52-39. Defeated Western, 68-50. And then most recently beat Brown County by a 58-33 score. The Sockies are 6-0 in their own right. Won their opening contest of the season over Liberty, 40-35. Beat Porta AC Central, 38-24. A winner over Western, 68-47. Beat Payson Seymour in the championship game of the Socky Turkey Tourney, 71-40. Regular season wins 44-42 in comeback fashion over Minden Unity and 49-35 last Friday at Augusta Southeastern. Pittsfield has another game this week. They'll be at Riverton on Friday night, a game that we'll have for you on Central Illinois Sports. The Cougars on the other side of things will be off until a week from today when they will travel to Calhoun. About 11 minutes away from the Star-Spangled Banner. The starting lineups and the play-by-play of this high school basketball matchup between the Cougars and the Sockies. Glad you're alongside this evening on Central Illinois Sports.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockies and the Cougars on the boys' side. Now, the girls here last Thursday, West Central got the better of the ladies' Sockies in that contest. The boys trying to repeat, but they're going to be a little short-handed tonight, we understand, as they'll be without their senior leader and all-state caliber player in Zach Evans, a 6'2 senior, is serving a one-game suspension due to picking up a technical foul in a previous contest. And Jack, West Central's program is saying, hey, like, this is going to be a rule, and the rule applies to everybody, and you don't like that. I don't like it because I like to watch Zach Evans play, but that's why there's rules, I guess.
Well, I said to Ryan Seasting, thank you for holding up the integrity of what your rules are. And then I talked to some other people that said, it was a little bit of a kind of a weird thing, but nobody looked at it like that. They just said, that's our rule. We're not going to go back and tell you how sorry we feel about it. We're just going to keep on rolling. It's early in the season, and that's how you get better.
Unlike the College Football Selection Committee, some people do follow rules that are set forth, and that's what West Central's
the money.
That's what West Central's doing. But Jack, this is a very deep roster for Ryan Seasting, and so this is still going to be a good matchup here tonight.
It's a deep lineup. But also, there's some other kids that we saw on this lineup in earlier years that don't play anymore. They've decided to concentrate on other things. But one thing about West Central, no bigger than their population is in the two schools, they turn out basketball programs.
They have had probably the most consistent program in the area for the last 15 years, at least. Probably more than that, really, if you start counting them up. On the other side, Pittsfield coming off of a win last Friday at Southeastern and trying to stay undefeated here on their home court. We've seen the Sockies struggle throughout the season at times on the offensive side, Jack, but defensively they've been pretty true, which has kept them in some of those contests when the offense wasn't there.
On the way back from Metropolis today, Jeff Kremlin called me on his way to Athens for them playing Bloomington Central Catholic, and he said, I'm going to tell you something about that Pittsfield team. They may not be great offensively, but, man, they play defense. And I have to tell you, I was about as impressed with them over at Southeastern the other night, the type of game they played, as any time I've seen these kids play probably in their careers.
Well, I really think the most impressive guy defensively to me, Jack, is from the sophomore Hayden Gratton. He really gives Pittsfield another little boost when it comes to the speed side of things and just overall energy.
And, some of that comes from home, and I got to tell you something. I was walking by those little boys in the front row a little bit ago, and Hayden's little brother stuck his hand out, and when I stuck my hand out to shake his hands, he stood up to shake my hand. I mean, what is he, 8?
Yeah, probably 8 or 9, I'd say.
I mean, a respectful young man, knows the game because he's watched his brothers play it, but kudos to a mom and dad that do that, kind of like the kids at Southeastern the other night with their hands over their hearts, the little bitty ones. Respect goes a long way, and that's why both these teams are good programs year in, year out.
Yeah, a lot of respect between these two programs as well, and it's usually a good matchup when the two get together. We'll talk about keys to the game next on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Welcome back to Voschel Gymnasium. Sign of tonight's contest between Pittsfield and West Central. We'll also have action for you tomorrow night from Pikeland Community School as the PCS Lady Braves 8th grade team plays host to the Porta Blue Jays squad in a sectional in 3A girls basketball. Pregame show around 6:15, tip-off at 6:30. Thursday evening, we'll have action from all four sites of the 7th grade girls state finals with the 3rd and 4th place game and the championship games starting at 6 and 7:30 respectively. Friday on the road at Riverton as Pittsfield travels to the Hawk Center to take on a talented Riverton squad. 7:30 varsity start time on that contest, and then Saturday we'll have action from all four sites of the 8th grade girls basketball state finals in the quarterfinal and semifinal action starting at 10 o'clock. 6 games from each site. So a busy week. But let's talk about keys to the game in this one. First of all, Jack, if you're West Central and you're playing without a kid like Zach Evans, other guys got to step up. And one of those guys I think that's really going to have to step up in this one for their squad is Chance Little. Chance Little's been a 3-year starter. He's a good player. He got to pick up some of the scoring slack. Not that he doesn't score, but you take out 20 points a game in Evans, somebody else has to put it up.
He's been in double figures pretty much every game, and Chance is one of those genuinely wonderful athletes. And the thing is Riker Ford can do that, and never count Cameron Sievers out. He is a very confident young man. He's not very big, but he's not afraid to put the ball up, and he may be the guy that has to fill that role tonight. I don't know a lot about Nick Hamilton, and you'll have to help me. And then Carson Brown's just flat a good athlete. He'll come out there and play as hard as he can.
If you're Pittsfield on the defensive side, the biggest thing you have to do is keep West Central in front of you. They are very quick.
No, but I think that West Central can ill afford to really get in foul trouble tonight with Chance and Carson. I mean, that's kind of going to be a very big thing for them. When they're in foul trouble and Zach's still out there, Zach Evans is able to create all the time, but you got to have those other guys sitting picks. And you may see Gabe Howard come off the bench tonight and play more in this varsity game than he has in a while.
Yeah, might have to. A junior varsity contest was a dandy. Pittsfield ended up winning that by 2 points. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Fireman Home Supply starting lineups from hoodies and snacks to power tools and lawn chairs. Nobody has it like your local Fireman Home Supply. Learn more at firemanhomesupply.com and stop by and see them this holiday shopping season. Ryan Seasting's Cougars of West Central 6-0. They'll start at a guard, a 5'7 junior, Cameron Sievers. At a second guard, a 5'10 sophomore, Nick Hamilton. And at the third guard, he's a 6-foot sophomore, Riker Forward. At a forward, he's a 6'4 senior, Chance Little. And at the other forward, the 6'2 junior, Carson Brown. Brown, Little, Ford, Hamilton, and Sievers for West Central. For Brad Tomave in the 6-0 Sakis, they'll start at a guard, a 5'10 sophomore, Hayden Gratton. At a second guard, a 5'3 senior, Brennan Tomave. And at the third guard, the 6'1 senior, Javen Petty. At a forward, a 6'3 senior, Connor Allen. And at the other forward, the 6'3 senior, Eli Mendenhall. Mendenhall, Allen, Petty, Tomave, and Gratton for the 6-0 Sakis. That's a look at your Fireman Home Supply starting lineup, so we get set for tip-off next on Central Illinois Sports.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Come on to pick me up soon.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Welcome back to Voschel Gymnasium. Just about ready for tip-off. Our scoreboard throughout tonight brought to you by PCRE Real Estate and Auction. The place to go for all of you looking to buy or sell real estate in West Central Illinois or Northeastern Missouri. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property, you've come to the right place. Learn more at PCRERealestate.com or call 217-285-5800. West Central, the visiting black uniforms. Chance Little will jump in the center against Pittsfield's Connor Allen, who is dressed in the home white and red tonight. And the tip is up and controlled by the Cougars, as Sievers will run it down and play the point for West Central. Ford gets it deep in the corner left side, picks it up and against the man-to-man of Pittsfield to Hamilton. Ball handoff on the right side goes to Sievers. Feeds the post down low. Carson Brown shut off underneath, pass out front. Sievers dives to save it in bounds, but his teammate Hamilton's foot was on the half-court line, and that'll be a turnover out of the gates for West Central.
We're missing a guy tonight. Johnny Shepard usually works with these guys. Jim Whitfield's here instead, huh?
Jim Whitfield, Dwayne Kerfman, Doug Ellich. The referees here this evening. Appreciate them being here to call the game. Pittsfield works the ball on the offensive side. Allen with it. Works it over to Tom Habe against the man-to-man of West Central. Out top, Petty to Mendenhall. Looked in the post to Tom Habe, trying to post up on Sievers, trying to expose that mismatch. And now underneath the call, a holding foul on Carson Brown.
Brown will pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team first. And it'll be ball out of bounds on the baseline for the Sockies. 7:14 left first quarter. Hey, Cole Howard, glad you're listening in tonight. Send me a text, 217-473-5151 from Culver Stockton University. Our old buddy Cole Howard. Yeah.
Eli Mendenhall with the shoe tying.
Did a good job tying that shoe.
Tell you what, He's pretty good at that old Levi. Here's a pass way out front, tipped and stolen away by Sievers. Sievers on the run out into the front court, drives inside, bumped and fouled on the floor by Grattan. It'll be Cougars ball out of bounds, so both teams turn it over in their first possession of the night.
Hayden Grattan picks up his first foul of the ball game. One on each team. Don't forget about the 5 fouls in the quarter, causing you to shoot 2 shots. No bonus anymore. We shot that one and killed it.
Out top with it is Little. He'll drive in against Allen. Gets caught at the elbow. Now out top to Hamilton, sporting the bright green shoes tonight. Over to Ford. Ford played a lot as a freshman last year. Really a lot of youngsters out here. And here's an illegal screen. They'll call Chance Little for this one.
Chance Little's going to pick up the foul. His first, team second. Turnover number 2 on the Cougars in the early going.
A minute 3 into this contest. No score on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pittsfield on the attack.
2 people they did not want getting early fouls and picked them up for the Cougars.
Mendenhall with the top of the key. Looks to Tom Habe left side. Fakes the 3. Now gets it over to Petty. He'll try to drive inside. Caught by the double team. Out to Tom Habe. Really good defense by the Cougars. Petty with the dribble now. Pulls up at the free throw line. Little jump shot off the mark. And Little with the rebound for West Central. Leaves it off the Sievers. He'll play the point. Takes it across the center circle at the 6:24 mark of this opening period. Out top Carson Brown. Top of the key to Sievers. They kind of dare him to shoot it. Lob pass down low. Comes to Little. Good strong catch. He'll put it up and in for 2 and give West Central an early 2-0 advantage.
Call that on Mendenhall. Mendenhall picks up the foul. His first, team second. The and one for Chance Little, the senior. Fine young man. 6:14 left first quarter. 2-0 West Central. It's up and good.
So the three-point play the old-fashioned way for Little, and the Cougars lead 3-0. Mendenhall brings it to Grattan into the front court. Out top, Petty loses his footing. No call, traveled that time. Out to Allen. Back to Petty. Petty going to pull up for a 3, top of the key, and tie this game up. 3 points apiece with 5:53 to play in the opening quarter. Hamilton with it into the front court. Ball knocked loose. Now tipped and stolen away by Grattan. Turnover number 2 by West Central. Call it their third. Into the front court. Petty leads the charge. Gets it to Tom Habe. Out back top to Petty near the volleyball spike line. To Grattan. He'll fake now drive. Kicks Tom Habe. Left side 3 off the mark. And the rebound pulled in by Brown. And it's either the second foul on Mendenhall or the second foul on Grattan. Either way, the Saki's about to see a sub come into the game, and it's Mendenhall's second.
Mendenhall picks up 2 quick ones, third team foul. When you got an advantage, and then all of a sudden Mendenhall picks up that second one, your advantage goes the other way. Carson Brown will sit down for a little bit. Mendenhall's still on the court.
Caden Meyer comes into the game. Caden Meyer's a 6'1 junior. He replaces Carson Brown. Here's a ball nearly stolen, but snatched out of the air by Ford. They feed it to Little down low. He bangs into Mendenhall. They'll call that an offensive foul, and now Little will pick up his second.
His second, turnover number 4, so both the big men pick it up. Carson Brown in. Chance Little sits down. The other side, Mendenhall sits down, and Ethan Grattan, who's given the Sakis good minutes, will take his place.
You see on the Northwestern Mutual replay, thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer and her Northwestern Mutual team in Pittsfield for sponsoring that Little kind of displaced the man in Mendenhall and got called for that offensive foul, even though he didn't go to the ground. Here's Petty, right side 3-ball, feeling it, and he tickles the twine from 19-9. He's got all 6 for the Sakis, and it's a 6-3 lead on the first lead change of this contest. Ford into the front court, finds Meyer deep in the corner. Back out to Riker Ford. Just a tick under 5 minutes to play in the first. Ford hands it off to Meyer. He'll look for an opening. Now to Sievers. A lot of youngsters out there for this West Central squad. Off to a good start on the season at 6-0, but playing through some adversity here tonight for sure. Here's a drive in by Hamilton. Kicks it back out to Ford. Ford knifes the lane, runner up and good for 2. His first 2 of this affair.
Nice play on the give and go coming across the middle. Nobody picked him up there, and West Central coming right back.
Petty with the basketball. He'll take it on the right side to Allen. Petty on the right wing. Trying to get open again to Tom Habe, top of the key for 3. It's off the mark from behind the arc. Rebound Grattan. His putback won't fall. And on the board, it's Meyer for West Central. Sievers brings it across. Splits a double team. Bounce pass out of bounds. Was not tipped. Turnover on the Cougars with 3:58 to play in the first. Already their team 5th. Taylor Graham into the game for Pittsfield, the sophomore. He'll replace fellow sophomore Hayden Gratton.
With the rotations for the Sockies, they can go a lot deeper tonight, and that really made a difference in the second half against Southeastern. They were gassed in the second half.
If you're just joining us, no Zach Evans tonight for West Central. Serving a 1-game suspension for breaking a team rule by getting a technical. Here's a pass off to Connor Allen. His floater up no good. Brown with his second board of the contest. Carson Brown looks for an outlet. Now he says, I'll just take the thing into the front court myself. Hands it off to Ford. Ford kicks left side. Meyer. He wants to pull it back out to Sievers, and the Cougars set up the half-court attack. Down by a single point with 3:25 to play in the first. Hamilton out top to Meyer. Set shot 3 too hard. Rebound of the play. Tipped around. Comes down to Taylor Graham. Graham wants to push it to the front court. Has the ball tipped away. Runs it back down to Allen. Allen drives in. Floater up is no good. Place foul on the floor.
That's going to go against the Cougars, and is that on Brown?
No, it's on Meyer.
Okay, Meyer picks up the foul. It'll be his first, team third.
Out of bounds underneath here for Pittsfield. Works down low. Connor Allen. Turnaround shot in the lane is way off the mark. Ball saved in by a hustling Ethan Gratton to Graham. Kicks left side Petty. They run him off the three-point line. His little floater up is good. Petty's got the first 8 for the Sockies, and Pittsfield takes the 8-5 lead. Sievers wants to push the pace into the front court. Got into a double team. Out of it to Meyer. Meyer drives and kicks left side. Hamilton 3 no good. Rebound down to Connor Allen, his second of the contest. Allen works it to Tom Hay. You got to find Petty right now if you're the Sockies. He's got the hot hand. Top of the key, Allen to Petty. Left side 3. Heat check, and he's still on fire. Is your house on fire, Clark? No, but Javen Petty is. He's got 11 in less than 6 minutes of game time, and the Pittsfield Sockies lead 11-5. Good ball movement by the Cougars. Reverse it left side to Hamilton. He knifes, now kicks to Sievers. Hands to Brown. On the wing it goes to Ford. Ford on the baseline, and a bump and a foul by Connor Allen.
Allen will pick up the foul, his first, team fourth. 4 on each team, so for the last 2:09, any whistles on fouls will cause 2 shots. Here comes Lucas Nichols in. Allen sits down.
Nichols is a 6'1 senior. Out of bounds. Sievers to trigger for West Central. And they're going to call an illegal screen on this play before the ball is ever inbounded.
Hamilton picked up the foul, his first, team 6th.
Let's take a look at what happened on the Northwestern Mutual replay.
5th,
I understand what the referee is saying there. That Hamilton had 2 hands on him, but he didn't really necessarily impede his movement.
6 turnovers, what I was trying to express when I messed up there.
Graham with it on the elbow, out top to Tom Hay. Finds Petty. Petty at the free throw line. Attacks, little jump shot off the mark. One of his rare misses of the night. Rebound down to the Cougars. Hamilton trots it across. 1:40 to play in the first. Deep in the corner to Brown. Brown drives on the baseline. Up and under and in for 2. Good take to the hole by Carson Brown. He's got his first bucket of the contest and pulls the Cougars to within 4. Petty on the crossover. Out top, Tom Hay. Hands to Petty. He'll put it on the deck and get called for the double dribble.
Second turnover on Pittsfield of the night.
Gratton back in. Graham sits down. Also Carter Frazier will come into the contest and sit down Javen Petty. With 1:22 to play in the first, the guy who's got all 11 for the Sockies goes to the bench. Sievers with it in the backcourt for West Central. Throws it over the top of the defender. Gets it to Ford. Ford attacks on the run. Shot blocked, but a foul going to be called on Ethan Gratton.
Gratton had both hands up. Thought maybe he had a block there, but instead he'll pick up his first foul. Shooting foul. It'd be 2 either way, with each team having 5 fouls. 1:14 left in the first quarter. 11-7 is the score. Pittsfield with the lead over West Central. Allen going to check in after the first free throw. It is up and good.
Atlanta Express open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Still in their location right now on the south side of the square, but opening in their new location on the campus of Illini Community Hospital on December 15th. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
3 for 3 are the Cougars from the free throw line.
And they cut it down to a 2-point Pittsfield lead. 11-9 Sockies on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
And the 11's on the bench.
Yeah, somebody else will have to score, right?
Right.
Here's Nichols with it on the left wing. Bounce pass down low. Allen to Tom Habe, who's not been hot to start the night shooting. He'll get it back from Nichols now with under a minute to play in the first. Carter Frazier, the junior. Off to Grattan. A jump shot. It's off the mark. That's Hayden Grattan. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds off of Severs. Just never could corral it, as he got a tip on it a couple of times. Just never could put both hands on it. Javen Petty and Lucas Nichols down for the Sockies.
Severs gave it everything he had, but every once in a while something just happens where you cannot get a hold of the ball.
Out of bounds on the baseline here for Pittsfield. Ball comes into Grattan. Pass was a little behind him and stolen away. Turnover on Pittsfield here with 40 seconds to play in the first. A chance for the Cougars to tie or take the lead. Ford, little rocker step, drives right in, gets to the rim and in for two. Riker Ford ties this game up at 11 points apiece in what is a 7-0 run right now for West Central.
Not good defense that time, and Ford took advantage of it. Cougars' points have come off a layup.
Tom Abe with it out near the half-court line with 11, now 10 seconds. Works it on the right side to Petty. Bounces out top to Frazier. Allen looks for an opening. Tom Habe with it with 3, puts it on the deck and to try to drive in. Runner up off the window, no good. And the first quarter comes to a close. It's Pittsfield 11, West Central 11. And a good contest so far at Boschel. Back with second quarter action after this.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Ready to start quarter number 2. Pittsfield and West Central tied at 11 points apiece. It'll be Pittsfield ball to start the second quarter of play.
West Central 4 of 6, 0 of 2, and 3 for 3. Pittsfield 4 of 13, 3 of 5, and have not shot a free throw. Knotted up at 11 after being tied at 3. And what a 7-0 run for West Central to tie it up.
That is correct. Pittsfield with it, all 11 for Javen Petty in the first quarter for Pittsfield. He's got the ball on the wing left side. Out top to Frazier. He'll give it back to Petty. Kicks to Tome. Now Allen. The fifth man is Hayden Grattan. Out top Petty for another 3. It's off the mark as he's kind of lost that flow after he went to the bench. And the rebound down to West Central. Trying to take the lead back here with 7:33 to play in the first half.
Myers has 3 boards on the defensive side.
There's a ball free for a second. Hamilton runs it down, hands it off to Ford. It's Hamilton, Ford, Brown, Meyer, and Severs. Severs has a deep left side, drives and kicks. Ball caught out of the air by Carter Frazier. He'll take the bounce pass into the front court, finds Grattan. Pretty finish by Grattan on a good find by Frazier.
Good steal and using that ball side hand.
Makes it a 13-11 Pittsfield lead, a minute into the second period. Here's the ball tipped again, but Severs corrals it. He'll drive now, kick, stolen away this time by Grattan.
8 turnovers.
Grattan to Petty. He'll go in, runner up off the window and in for 2 to make it a 15-11 Saki lead. They respond to the 7-0 run with the 4-0 run of their own. Ground ball nearly stolen away. Sakis have left a man wide open underneath and Meyer, and he'll miss a reverse layup, and the rebound down to Connor Allen.
His third.
Into the front court, Tom Habe has it between the circles. Right side to Allen. Out to Tom Habe, feet under him, 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound, long one, tipped into the backcourt. Tom Habe runs it down, And they'll say that was tipped. He'll bring it back across the time stripe with 6:13 to play in this first half.
Actually, on a rebound, it wouldn't make any difference, right?
I thought his own teammate tipped it out there. Petty kind of an off-balance shot now as he's forcing it a bit. And the rebound down to the Cougars. Hamilton with it into the front court for West Central. Of course, when you score the first 11, Jack, you're probably feeling like this is one of those nights I put up 40, right?
He's got 13.
Hamilton on the wing left side. I like Hamilton. He's really knifed the lane a couple of times off the dribble, but he's looking to pass. You'd like to see him kind of go up and finish if you're West Central. He's a good athlete. Here's Carson Brown for a long two. And cuts it down to a 2-point score.
Brown with 4.
5:27 to play in the half. Tommy with the top of the key. He'll work it to Frazier on the right side. Back to Tommy, who's not been hot from downtown. The Sakis, you would think you'd like to get Tommy with Sievers guarding him in the paint. Now he drives inside, puts up a runner, no good. And Meyer with another board.
4 for him already.
Here's a ball now stolen away. Shot blocked on the way up, and Sievers is down a little banged up. And he'll pop back up and say, I don't know what hit me there, but it hurt. Here comes Graham in. Petty down. Also, Frazier takes a chair as Rigston Bonds comes in for the first time. Length of the court to go for West Central, trailing by 2 with 4 minutes, 59 seconds to play in this first half.
Only trailing by 2, and they've got 9 turnovers.
Yep, we have a whistle, and it's an Adams Network timeout. Adams Fiber, they are local in providing the ultimate internet experience with Wi-Fi 6 and internet packages with speeds up to 1 gigabit. Visit followthefiber.net.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy. Not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Timeout taken by West Central is their first of the contest. It'll be Cougars basketball, length of the court to go. And Coach Ryan Seasting knows with a shorthanded roster here tonight, he's kind of got to space out those timeouts to make sure he gives those breaks when needed, and he needed one right there as Cameron Sievers is a little winded for a moment after getting the wind knocked out of him. Here's Meyer to Brown. Brown on the baseline, caught down there. Out of a double team, finds Meyer to Sievers. Extra pass left side, Hamilton. He'll try the drive in. Back to Sievers. Sievers on the dribble drive. Runner up is no good. Rebound down to Hayden Gratton for Pittsfield. Gets it to Tom Abe into the front court in the 15-13 game. Gratton right side. Out top Graham now to Tom Abe. Brixton Bonds. 3 sophomores out there for Pittsfield along with the seniors Tom Abe and Allen. Bonds gets it on the wing right side to Gratton, top of the key. Over to Tom Hay. West Central really not guarding much outside the 3-point arc. Here's Gratton, gets to the free throw line, pull up jump shot off the mark, and the rebound run down by Meyer. And work at Sievers, pushes it ahead to 4. Has numbers if he wants to attack, and Gratton hustles back to knock the ball out of bounds from behind.
Gratton's quickness and aggressiveness, you gotta like it.
Petty back in for Pittsfield. Tom Abe sits down. Ethan Gratton also back in as Allen takes a chair. Sievers inbounds it out front to Brown. Cougars again could tie or take the lead here. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Sievers on the dribble out front to Brown. Puts it on the deck, hands it off to Hamilton. Hamilton has picked up the bounce out to Ford near that volleyball spike line. Right side, Meyer deep in the corner to Sievers. Trying to force him back the other direction is Graham. Now the dribble has been picked up. Comes to Meyer. 3:23 to play in the half. Here's a ball stolen away by Hayden Gratton. His second steal. He'll drive in. Runner up on the left is good by Gratton. His second basket of the night and makes it a 4-point Pittsfield lead once again. After a foul nearly every 30 seconds in the first quarter, there's been no fouls here in the second. Ford in the front court Off to Hamilton.
Sockies have stepped in that passing lane a lot tonight. 10 turnovers they've created.
Sievers in some trouble. Finds a backdoor cutter in Meyer. Meyer, runner-up, won't fall. Gets his own board. Hacked, no call. Gets it again. Out to Sievers for a three. No good. Meyer, another offensive rebound. Oh, excuse me, that's Brown. Brown with the putback up and in for two. And is fouled.
Foul goes against the Sockies, and I'm waiting to see. Ethan Gratton will pick up the foul. Be his second. Team foul number 1. Lucas Nichols back in the game.
2:37 to play in the half. Free throws up and good by Carson Brown.
7 for Brown.
Right side, Tomei with the basketball. Out to Petty. Over to Nichols. 17-16 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Here's Petty on the bounce. Works it out top. Allen looked for the backdoor cutter. Wasn't open. Now Tomei gets it way out front. Looks off a little pick and roll action. Right side, Nichols. Nichols fakes now drive. Bounce pass was behind the man. Run down out front to Nichols. Right side three. Way off the mark. And the rebound down to Sievers. And again, the Cougars trying to retake the advantage. Forward with it right side. Out top to Meyer. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Meyer with 7 boards now.
Dribble drive in Hamilton. He's fouled by Allen.
Connor Allen's going to pick up the foul. It'll be his second team foul of the second quarter. And here comes Hayden Gratton back into the game.
He'll sit Allen down.
Got to be able to get some minutes without picking up fouls on the reach, you know. Makes a big difference.
Sievers goes in the backcourt to get the ball on the inbounds. Locks it across the half-court line. Off the Brown screen. I'm going to call that another illegal screen.
Carson Brown's going to pick up his second. Team foul number 1. Turnover number 11.
And a whistle. We'll have a bench warning. With 1:36 to play in the half, a bench warning has been issued to West Central. Ryan Seasting didn't think it was a moving screen.
I don't remember a lot of bench warnings, sideline warnings in football, but bench warnings in basketball, they've been pretty prevalent.
Second one I've seen this year. Hamilton steals this pass. He takes it into the front court. Runner up right hand is good as it hangs on the rim and falls on in. He's given the Cougars the 1-point lead and trying to make it 2 with the follow-up free throw.
Nichols picked up the foul, his first, team third. 18-17, Cougars with the lead, and Hamilton using the quickness has 4 points. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Chance to give them a 2-point lead here, and he does. They are 5 for 5 from the security strike.
1:19 to play in the half. And a 19-17 West Central lead. Here's a turnover on the Sockies that's completely unforced. As Petty threw it in the backcourt. Was looking for Tom, maybe was not looking for the ball. And West Central a chance to expand on the 2-point lead. As it'll be ball to bounce to the Cougars right at the half-court line.
They're fortunate Jason Petty had 13 points and red hot in the first quarter. They could be behind substantially here.
Ball handoff right side goes to Ford. A minute to play in the first half. Out front, Meyer. Picks up the dribble. Down low, there's Sievers. Shot blocked out of bounds by Petty. No, a foul called here.
Petty swatted it a little too hard, and they thought he got some body, apparently. Petty will pick up the foul. That'll be his first. Team fourth. 2 free throws for Cameron Sievers. He's a 5'7" junior, Sievers. 56 seconds left, 19-17 Cougars, and they stay perfect from the free throw line. He makes the first.
Bowlers Universe open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight. After a great menu, burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe.
Made them all. 7 in a row.
Into the contest for West Central, Zach Howard, a 6-foot junior for the first time. He replaces Carson Brown. A 4-point lead for the Cougars is their biggest of the contest on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard with 55 seconds to play in the half.
And that's with the Cougars with 11 turnovers. And Chance Little on the bench.
Yeah, since a couple minutes into the game. Tomei with it out front for Pittsfield. Works off the screen from Grattan. Gets it to Hayden Grattan right side. Now back out top to Tomei. West Central fans making a little noise, applauding their team's defensive effort with 27 seconds to play in the half. Tomei to Petty. Back to Tomei as Pittsfield looks to hold for one, down by 4 with 18 seconds to play in the half. Here's Petty. Splits a double team. Puts up a runner. Wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled in by Meyer. Into the front court. Sievers on the trot. With 5, 4, 3. Sievers. Jumper up, no good. And we've reached halftime. And the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's the West Central Cougars 21, the Pittsfield Sockies 17. Back with halftime stats and more after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Back with you on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's a 21-17 West Central lead over Pittsfield at the halftime break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out tomorrow morning and each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Little Jess, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Quincy, Illinois, 3431 Main Street, littlejessmotor.com for all your transportation needs. Sockies have turned the ball over 5 times, West Central 11. We were tied at 3 and then 11 at the quarter break, then at 17, and then West Central took the lead, and they hold it from there, 21-17 here at halftime. Foul situation, one on Caden Myers, 2 on Carson Brown, 2 on Chance Little, and 1 on Nick Hamilton. On the Stocky side, single fouls on Gratton and Nichols, along with Javen Petty and Taylor Graham, and Ethan Gratton, I should say. 2 fouls on Mendenhall and Allen in the first half. Stockies trailed the Cougars 21-17 at halftime. Individual stats and more come your way on the Little Jess Motors halftime show after these.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
Hey, grab me one too.
The West Central Cougars lead the Pittsfield Stockies 21-17 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. West Central 8 of 16 from the field, 50%, 0 of 2 from the arc, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. 7 points for Carson Brown in the first half, 5 points for Nick Hamilton, 4 for Riker Ford, 3 for Chance Little, and 2 points from Cameron Seaver. Stockies were 7 of 23, 30.4%, 3 of 9 from the arc, have not shot a free throw as they really haven't taken the ball down low on the post at all to cause fouls there, and they're shooting 30.4%. Javen Petty with 13, Hayden Gratton with 4, and that's all, folks. It is a 21-17 Cougar lead over the Stockies here at halftime in the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We'll have second half play-by-play coming your way. Don't you dare go away.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Go team go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon. Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Getting ready to start the second half of play. It'll be West Central with the basketball to start the second half, and a 4-point lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Cougars will have Brown, Sievers, Little, along with Ford and Hamilton to start the second half. Pittsfield counters with Petty, Hayden Grattan, Allen, Mendenhall, and Tom Hay. Ready for second half action as we're underway on Central Illinois Sports. Cougars into the run, the half, I should say, on a 7-0 run. They've had 2 7-0 runs in this contest. Right side with it is Sievers. He'll work it on the left wing, hand it off. That's to Hamilton. Top of the key to Brown. For the ball handoff, wasn't open, now does get it to Ford. Bodied up by Mendenhall. Back to Carson Brown. Kept a couple of bounces to the baseline, caught there by Mendenhall. Ball tipped away, stolen away by Connor Allen. Cougars with a dozen turnovers in the contest, which has hampered them a bit tonight. Tomei with it out front. He'll look down low. There's Connor Allen open underneath, and he'll put it up and in for 2. Allen with the basket to make it a 2-point game with 7:02 to play here in the third quarter. I don't know what's going on at the Pittsfield scoreboard on the left side, but those points aren't close. Here's a shot by Hamilton, no good. Rebound down to Eli Mendenhall. Gets it in the front court, that's to Petty on the right side. Now between the circles to Grattan. He'll drive, put up an off-balance shot, no good. Mendenhall at the rebound. He'll try to go back up with a turnaround shot off the window, went in for 2. Eli Mendenhall's first bucket of the game, and makes it a 21-all score.
The game of runs so far.
Here's Ford on a dribble drive in, gets by Petty. A little reverse layup, tried to get too fancy at that time. And Allen with the rebound for the Sockies. Pittsfield with a chance to retake the lead. Allen, backdoor, Tomei, blocked by Hamilton. Rebound down to Sievers. He'll take it quickly into the front court on the dribble. Kicks out top, Brown. Free throw line, fakes, never left the ground. No travel there. Now to Sievers on the right wing. Out top, Chance Little, who sat most of the first half in foul trouble. Spin move inside, up and in for 2 for Chance Little, who I thought turned an ankle there, but he's okay. Here's now Connor Allen on the run out the other way. His shot is good. And an and one opportunity here as Carson Brown will be called for the blocking foul.
Brown to pick up the foul. That will be his third is what I've got. It will be. First team foul of the quarter. Allen with his second bucket. He now has 4. All 4 of the second half points. First free throw for the Sockies tonight, and could give us our third lead change. Connor Allen up and good.
Pittsfield stakes to the 1-point lead. Been fairly close throughout the night. Pittsfield led by 7 in an 11-4 game, but it's been much closer than that most of the evening. Here's Sievers left side, good look 3. Won't fall this time. Rebound down to Mendenhall for the Sockies. Grattan now to Petty, and he'll trot it across the center line. Over to Allen on the left side. Sockies going a little 4-in, 1-out kind of look. Here's Tomei, fakes, drives, shot no good. Rebound tipped around, and they'll have Eli Mendenhall over the back.
To pick up his third, first foul of the second half. And here comes Ethan Gratton back in. Meyer coming in on the other side. Brown will sit down with his third foul.
Out of bounds, length of the court to go for West Central. Pittsfield, little full court pressure here. This little man, it looks like. Sievers works across to Ford. Ford attacks. Right side, Hamilton fakes. Now back to Ford deep in the corner. He'll try the drive-in baseline. Scoop pass off to Little, whose shot won't go. And on the rebound, Connor Allen is over the back for the Sockies.
Allen will pick up the foul. That'll be his second team foul of the ball game, or the third quarter, I should say. And Taylor Graham's going to come into the game. So both the big guys going to sit down. And this time, Allen, who had all 5 points to start this quarter, is on the bench.
Ball comes left side, three-point shot up and good. Riker Ford, and the Cougars retake the lead. And Brad Tomei would like the timeout. It's an Adams Network timeout. Top-notch local computer sales and service. Call Adams Experts 217-214-3423.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that. It looks awesome. And then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
4:47 to play in the third. Brad Tomei calls his first time out of the contest as his team has given the lead right back to West Central, 26-24 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Sockies with the ball out of the timeout. Tomei with it out front. He has been yet to find his shooting stroke tonight. Has it on the wing left side. Out top, Graham over to Petty, who had the first 11 for Pittsfield on the evening. Gratton now gets a wide open look left side. His shot well short. And the rebound pulled in by Sievers. He'll push the other way. Bounce pass down to Ford. Good transition game by the Cougars as Ford puts it up and in for two. 4-point Cougar lead with 4:09 to play in the third. Tomei with the basketball. Works it right back to the same side to Petty. Petty will drive in amongst the defenders. Gets it down to Ethan Gratton. They'll call that a holding foul on Meyer.
Meyer will pick up the foul. That'll be his second team foul.
And ball to bounce to Pittsfield underneath as Petty will be the man to trigger. Close to 5 and just does get it in. Tomei. Around the horn it comes to Petty on the wing. We'll try the crossover. Kicks it back out top. Tomei to Gratton. The sophomore Gratton and Hayden there. Ethan, the senior, also on the floor. Petty, top of the key for three, no good. Rebound tipped around, comes down to Graham, who puts it up and in for his first two of the contest. 28-26. The lead for West Central.
Hayden Gratton kept that ball alive. That got the ball to Taylor Graham for the bucket.
Little hands it off to Ford. Ford for another three, and he again finds the mark from behind the arc.
He's got 12 points on the night.
And makes it 31-26. Biggest lead of the contest for the Cougars, this 5-point lead. Petty. Out top, Tomei. Tomei fakes the three, now tries to drive in. Spin move, runner up, no good. Rebound to Little for the Cougars. Hands it off to Sievers. Sievers quickly into the front court. Kicks left side. Hamilton, three, yes. Hamilton from downtown, and the Cougars roar to an 8-point lead. A whistle and a timeout. With reliable, worry-free internet that does some buffering and can handle whatever life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local and they provide the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
West Central has their biggest lead of the contest, 34-26, as Pittsfield called their second time out of the quarter. Sockies, again, hampered in the scoring column. Here's Hayden Gratton trying to do what he can, and a little pull-up jump shot is good. He's got another 2 to give him 6 on the night. Ball in the backcourt. Seavers back there. Keeps it alive to Meyer. On the right side, Ford, who's been the man of the hour here for West Central in the third period. Hamilton on the wing. He tries to drive and is bumped and fouled on the floor.
Well, let's see. Will it be on Rigston Bonds? No, it's going to be on
Ethan Gratton or Graham. Graham's second.
Yeah, Graham will pick it up.
2:10 to play in the third. Inbounds pass, knocked loose. Chance Little just went after it harder than anybody else on the court. He'll work it out top to Ford. Over it goes to Siebers on the right wing. 2 minutes to play in the third. A 6-point lead and the basketball for the Cougars. Left side Ford. Knifes the inside, blocked by Ethan Gratton. And then on the rebound, Chance Little called for the foul.
Not one he wanted to pick up there. His third away from the basket. Here comes Carson Brown back in the game. Chance Little will have to sit down, but Ford is doing the job. 15 is what I've got him for. They say 14 on the board, but I am positive 15 is what he's got.
Tom Have is back in for Pittsfield. They said Bonds down. And with a 6-point deficit, the Sockies have the basketball. Here's Graham to Tom Have inside, up and under, missed it. Rebound fought for. On the ground after it is Carson Brown, and we'll get a held ball here. And the possession arrow favors Pittsfield.
Carson Brown went down and kind of caught something on the jaw.
Brendan Tomave is having trouble getting that lid off the basket tonight. For the Sockies, Petty to inbound, and that's 5.
All season long, he's been at Ford, taking that ball out one time after another, and you knew it was going to happen. Just not getting that first opening foul.
Turnover on the Sockies with 1:40 to play in the third.
They're 6th.
Hamilton in the backcourt finds Sievers. Sievers down low to Brown. Caught on the baseline. Ooh, nice handoff to Sievers, who kind of lost it on the way up. And Tomave has the board for Pittsfield. He'll get it to Graham. Graham with a drive inside, kicks to the wing. Out top it comes to Petty. Over to Tomave. He'll try the dribble drive in. Out of the baseline and out of bounds. A turnover on Pittsfield, their 7th. 1:19 to play in the third period. 6-point Cougar lead and the basketball back their way now. Inbounds pass is stolen away right to Brendan Tomave. He'll try to drive inside, puts one up. Offensive foul.
Turnover number 8. Tom Hay will pick up his first foul, 4th team foul of the quarter.
Nice job by Siebers to stand in and take the harm that time, as you'll see on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Sacrificed his body for his team that time and forced the turnover. Ford into the front court for West Central. Left side Hamilton, wide open 3. It's too long. Rebound down to a hustling Carson Brown, and then they're going to say he stepped out of bounds on the baseline. It was too deep.
14th turnover on West Central, but Sockies just stood there as Brown went after the ball, kind of like when Chance Little did the same thing a little bit ago. You got to be aggressive when you're down by 6. 1 minute left in the quarter.
Petty walks it across for Pittsfield. Puts it out top to Graham, over to Grant. Hayden Grant to Tomave, top of the key for a 3, good. Tomave's first basket of the night cuts it down to a 3-point game with 41 seconds to play in the period. Ford into the front court. Sockies have been chasing him a lot tonight. He and Sievers both. They're guarding him from behind. Here's Ford now, caught underneath. Works it on the right side to Hamilton. Hamilton on the drive, got a cut on the hip, and is called for a travel.
15 turnovers now.
26.8 seconds to play in the third. Here comes Mendenhall and Allen into the game for the Sockies. They'll replace Ethan Gradden and Graham. Pittsfield down by 3, but they have the basketball back in their possession. Length of the court to go. Tomei with the ball into the front court. Works it to Gratton. Back to Tomei to Hayden Gratton on the left wing with 11 seconds to play in the third. Sockies have been pretty poor at this so far this year. Out top, Tomei 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hamilton. Gets it to Sievers, 2-1. Sievers, a half-court shot. Good if it goes, will not fall as it's off the mark, and we've played 3 quarters of high school basketball action. It's the West Central Cougars. They'll have the ball when we come out of the quarter break here, leading Pittsfield 34-31.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Ready to start quarter number 4. It's West Central 34, Pittsfield 31. The Cougars start the quarter with the ball in their possession.
Pittsfield 13 of 37, 4 of 13 from the arc. West Central 13 of 29, 3 of 9 from the arc.
Cougars have the basketball with Ford, Sievers, Brown, Little, and Hamilton. That's the way they started the contest tonight. Brown off the screen comes Little up under and in for 2. Chance Little with the basket to extend the lead out to 5 for West Central.
Give him 7.
In very, very limited playing time, by the way. Gratton, Mendenhall, Tomei, Allen, and Petty. That's the way Pittsfield started the night. So starters both ways to start this fourth quarter. Up top, Tomei looks down low to Petty. Ball deflected by Ford, and a turnover by the Sockies. Sievers with it into the front court for West Central with a 5-point lead. Works it out top to Carson Brown. Over to Hamilton, down low, Little gets free. Shot fake, puts it up and in for 2. Chance Little with another basket, and Brad Tomei would like the timeout. We'll pause as well. It's an Adams Fiber timeout, top-notch local computer sales and repair services. It's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. 217-214-3423.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
West Central has a 7-point lead with 7:04 to play in the contest on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pittsfield called the timeout. They've got 2 left for the game. Pittsfield's offense has been stagnant again tonight. Gratton gets it to Tomei. Works for Petty. Back to Tomei out top. On the right side, Hayden Gratton. Puts it on the deck. Little floater up, runner up and good for 2 more. He's got another.
8.
Yep. Sievers brings it into the front court. Against Tom Hay. Gets the screen from Brown. Now down low, Chance Little. He's been the money man here as of late. Right side, Sievers 3, no good. Rebound tipped around and down to Chance Little. Creates some space, shot up good. And he'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
11 for Little now, and the foul will be against Allen, I do believe. Will be his fourth. Team foul number 1 in the quarter. Chance Little has dominated the beginning of this quarter and the end of the third. It's a 40-33 lead, shooting for their biggest lead of the night. And the Cougars are perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7. Little with 11 now in very limited action. Up and good.
The lead 8 for West Central. Penny into the front court. To Graham, over to Grattan now. Out top, Petty to Tomei. Tomei fires a deep three, good. Here's a ball into the front court. Sievers being chased by the defender. On the right side forward to Sievers near the half court center circle. 5:57 to play in this one in a 5-point game. Forward with the right side. He caught fire in that third quarter. Around it goes to Hamilton. Hamilton, top of the key to Brown. On the right side, Sievers. Sievers tries to throw out of a double team, and Tomei picks it out of the air. He'll take it on the trot into the front court. Left side, Graham. Graham to Tomei, out by the volleyball line. He'll get it back from Grattan now for a three. Tomei too hard. Rebound, Grattan kept it alive, but it's secured by Sievers for West Central.
Sievers picks up his 4th board of the night. Sievers has now.
Bring it across the half-court line to Brown. Looking for Little. Little bumped on the floor by Hayden Grattan.
Grattan will pick up his second, team foul number 2. If you let him go any farther, he's going to score because nobody is wanting to go one-on-one there.
He's a very explosive athlete, is Chance Little.
Super quick. Great football player, too.
He's open on that play. Fakes, puts it up. Bump, no call. Rebound down to Graham for Pittsfield. He'll drive it against Hamilton the other way. Shot put up is good. People say his foul on the floor.
Hamilton's going to pick up the foul. It'll be his second. And it'll be on the floor. That will be the team's second of the quarter. Nope, first of the quarter.
Out of bounds underneath for Pittsfield. Petty to throw it in. Gets on the baseline to Eli Mendenhall. He'll go with the spin move. Turnaround shot up there is good. And makes it 41-38. Brown inbounds it to Sievers in the backcourt. West Central has 4 timeouts. Wonder if they might try one here. Instead, a turnover. Graham got the tip. Tom made the steal. Down low, Petty lets the man fly by. Shot put up and in for 2. And the Sakis have pulled it into a 1-point game now. 4:42 to play in the contest. On the Adams Network timeout, it's West Central 41, Pittsfield 40. You watch it live on Central Illinois Sports.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
All right, if you got somebody hard to buy for this Christmas, and everybody does, there's something for everybody at your local Front Home Supply in our holiday sale going on now through December 18th. Toys galore for sale, including this cool flying ball helicopter for $7.99, or this 2-pack John Deere Big Scoop for under $30. Get a holiday rebate on all area, includes footwear, apparel, and accessories. For all the anglers out there, get a mystery tackle box, only $16.99. If you've got a pet at home, get a dog or cat toy multi-pack under $15. See all the deals on sale right now through the 18th at farmandhomesupply.com.
4:42 to play in the contest. West Central out of the timeout has the ball linked to the court to go with a 1-point lead. Into the front court, Sievers with it. Drives in, down to Little. Little up and in for 2. That was pretty easy by West Central. One into the court to the other.
Nobody stopped the guard.
Here's Petty on the dribble drive inside. Traveled, no call. Graham out top. Tomei for the tie. Yes. Tomei with his third three of the contest, and the game's tied at 43 points. Are you not entertained with 4:13 to play? Hamilton with it on the right side. Pass out top goes to Little. Little on the dribble drive. He's trying to take over this one. Shot no good. Rebound fought for. Bodies all over the court. Into the front court. Tomei on the run out. Finds Petty, and Petty stepped out of bounds.
Turnover number 10 on Pittsfield, 17 on West Central.
3 minutes, 57 seconds left.
3:11, 17, 21, and 43, the ties tonight. 3 lead changes.
Out of bounds on the sideline of the backcourt for the Cougars. Brown gets the ball into Sievers, deep in the backcourt. Lets everybody clear out. He'll bring it up against Tomei. Sievers finds Little to Hamilton left side, the sophomore. Over to Carson Brown. Hands it to another sophomore. Riker 4. He'll drive in. Shot up. Offensive foul. Looks like Eli Mendenhall steps in to draw the charge.
Getting up very slowly that time is Riker 4. He'll pick up his first team foul number 2 in the fourth quarter. Looking for a lead change here. That would be our fourth.
Riker Ford with a full head of steam on a 60-yard sprint. Couldn't knock down Eli Mendenhall. I'm just saying. Pretty good flop. Here's a drive in by Tomei. Off the window and in for 2. He's coming alive to the fourth as he has several times this season. And Pittsfield leads by 2, 45-43.
Fourth lead change, 11 for him in the second half.
3:15 to play. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, PCRERealestate.com to see the latest local listings. Ford with the left side. Out top, Carson Brown. Works on the dribble and is fouled by Graham on the floor.
Graham will get the pushing foul. It'll be his third. Team foul number 3. 2 on West Central. 3 minutes left in regulation. 45-43 Pittsfield. West Central underneath, and Sievers looks a little gassed.
Yeah, he's had to play basically every minute tonight. Being short-handed, no Zach Evans, no Mason Berry. And only down by 2 and have had a lead most of the game. Here's Hamilton. Over to Little. Little going to go to work against Mendenhall. Jump shot is cool as the other side of the pillow that time for the senior Chance Little. He's got 16. And the game is tied again at 45 this time.
I think he could score anytime he took a notion.
Tomei with it out front, gets it to Hayden Grattan. Grattan on a pull-up jump shot, mid-range, and that's his spot.
He's got double digits with 10.
Makes it 47-45. Into the front court. Sievers with it for the Cougars. Looks off the dribble. Out top to Brown. Ball hand up. Petty reaches right across and fouls the man not called. Out to Little. Now Hamilton. Hamilton turns the quarter. Tries to find Little. Stolen away again by Hayden Grattan.
18 turnovers.
2 minutes left. Well, if you take out the 2 main ball handlers from any team, Jack, they're liable to have more turnovers than they usually do, and that's what's happened to West Central here tonight.
They've actually done a good job of making up for it tonight.
Grattan with the basketball out to Mendenhall. Needs to dribble, and does. Over to Graham with 1:40 to play. Tomei, who's got 11 points all in the second half.
Pittsfield with just 2 timeouts left. They're probably going to want to call one just yet.
Grattan to Mendenhall as the Sockies look to burn a little clock here. Graham looks for an opening. Not open on the back door. They'll get it on the right wing to Mendenhall. Down low, tried to find Grattan. Saves it in bounds. It goes off of the face of Sievers and out of bounds.
He's all right, but it was a shocker to get hit with that ball like that.
It hit him
hard,
right in the schnoz that time. You'll see it on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Bad pass, Grattan saves it in, and I mean right off the old honker that time of Sievers. He's all right.
Mendenhall threw, he should have been the quarterback maybe.
Grattan?
Mendenhall.
Inbounds pass comes to Tomei near the sideline, right side. Ooh, double dribble. Left side gets it to Grattan. Looks out top, Allen with 1:10 to play in regulation. Pittsfield up 47-45. Here's a near steal by Sievers. Grattan then loses the dribble, kicks it out to Petty with 1 minute to play.
Probably got by with double dribble there, possibly.
Over to Allen. Little's going to try to come up and body him up, and he'll be called for the foul out front.
He'll pick up his fourth. It'll be the third team foul. Wasn't anything wrong with that one. I love Chance to death. He's one of the finest young men you'll ever find, but that time he was guilty of a foul.
Tell you what, there's a lot of guys on both sides with their hands on their hips.
Oh, my, it's been a hard one tonight.
Petty to inbound. Gets it to Tom Have. Oh, my goodness, might have been over inbound.
I agree.
Out top, Mendenhall with it against Brown, puts it on the deck. To Grattan, now Petty as Pittsfield spreads the court, and Riker Ford will get the reach and foul to get the total for the team up to 4.
Second on him, fourth on the team. 2 free throws to be shot after this. Pittsfield 1 for 1, and West Central 8 for 8 tonight. Which we know Pittsfield's had their troubles with free throws at the end of games.
Petty to inbound. He will get the ball into Grattan. He'll drive inside. Shot up, missed the runner. Rebound tipped around. Connor Allen has it, but they'll say he was over the back.
Allen will pick up his 5th foul. He'll foul out of the ball game. Look at it on the replay.
Aggressive play, going for a loose ball in the final 40 seconds. Get a timeout here. A whistle. What's going on? It's an Adams Fiber Network timeout. Top-notch local computer sales and service. Adams Experts, your go-to. When your computer is not working correctly, call 217-214-3423.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
40.6 seconds to play in the contest. Both teams down to 2 timeouts remaining. 47-45, the lead for Pittsfield. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Cougars with the basketball, linked up the court to go.
What does the bench warning mean? I mean, does that make you more susceptible to a technical?
I don't know what happened 2 quarters ago.
I know.
Inbounds pass comes in the hands of Sievers. He'll take it across. Works the dribble on the right side. Got the switch they wanted. Now back to Little. Little's going to go to work against Mendenhall. Up under, can't get the shot up, has to give it off to Brown. Brown drives in, bounces off of Mendenhall. A lot of bodies, shot up no good. Rebound down to Graham. And then a reach and foul on Ford. Petty will go shoot 2.
A lot of contact both sides that time, and I think probably a really good no call. 47-45. Pittsfield with a 2-point lead, 18.7 seconds left in the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Petty, the free throw line, has 15 on the night. Has not been there, and first one no good.
Tim Waters and Waters Concrete. They offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1052. We have a timeout of the court. We'll pause as well. 18.7 seconds left. Petty at the line trying to make it a 3-point game. The lead for Pittsfield when we come back.
Hey, grab me 1, 2.
.7 seconds left in the contest. Cougars down to 1 timeout left, trailing Pittsfield 47-45. Javen Petty at the free throw line. Even if he makes it, it's still just a one-possession game.
Connor Ellen with the only made free throw of the night. Petty's shot is up, in and out, no good. Ball fought for. Brown comes away with it.
Brown gets it to Sievers. 15 seconds left. Into the front court on the bounce. Works off the screen from Little. Sievers turns the quarter. Blocked by Graham. And then on the rebound, Little called for the foul.
It'll be his fifth, and it will be 2 free throws to go the other way. Sievers just trying to do too much. You got to know who your money man is there, and that's Chance Little, and he just tried to go there on the replay too much, and nice job by Taylor Graham on the block.
He'll shoot 2 free throws now with 7.4 seconds left.
Got 2 points. 7.4 seconds. Both of them would probably just about seal it. First one is up and good. Sakis have not been good from this position most of the season, but Taylor Graham is the one shooting them now.
West Central calls their final timeout. That'll make Graham have to wait as he'll try to freeze the shooter. And Graham will have to wait on the edge of her seat for just a while longer, and they'll say that the ball had already been administered, so West Central will not have the timeout. They'll say play on.
They'll get to keep that timeout,
which could be an advantage for the Cougars.
They need to come out on the court. Yeah, I think it's an advantage for them to be able to have it because they got accomplished what they wanted to get accomplished.
I mean, can they get a timeout now? The ball hasn't been administered now. Now the referees have to get together and say, can they do that?
You're going to give them the ball.
So, because they said they already administered the ball.
Shot is up and good.
Makes it 49-45. With 6 seconds, Sievers brings it into the front court. He'll shoot a 3 left wing. It's no good. Rebound down to Mendenhall. And Pittsfield with the comeback victory, 49-45. 49-45. Sakis with the victory. They improve to 7-0. West Central drops to 6-1. And we take you to the post-game show presented by Blessing Health System with final stats. We'll also name our player of the game and visit with Pittsfield head coach Brad Tomave next.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Kroc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, if you got somebody hard to buy for this Christmas, and everybody does, there's something for everybody at your local Front Home Supply in our holiday sale going on now through December 18th. Toys galore for sale, including this cool flying ball helicopter for $7.99, or this 2-pack John Deere Big Scoop for under $30. Get a holiday rebate on all area, includes footwear, apparel, and accessories. For all the anglers out there, get a mystery tackle box, only $16.99. If you've got a pet at home, get a dog or cat toy multi-pack under $15. See all the deals on sale right now through the 18th at farmandhomesupply.com.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Welcome back on the Blessing Health System post-game show. Final of this one, Pittsfield 49, West Central 45. Saki's improved to 7-0. West Central drops to 6-1 on the season. Shorthanded and had the lead for most of the contest. Just came up a little bit short, and some of that probably just the fatigue factor that set in there toward the end of the contest for the Cougars, and when you're short 2 starters, that can sort of be expected. Blessing Health System is our post-game sponsor with locations throughout the region from walk-in, primary, specialty, and emergency medicine. Blessing Health can serve your family in your time of need. Learn more about their services at blessinghealth.org.
Well, it was an 11-11 game after 1 quarter. West Central led at 21-17 at half, 34-31 after 3 quarters, but Pittsfield comes back and wins it 49-45. 18 turnovers in West Central, 10 on Pittsfield on the night. Each team had 1 man foul out. Connor Allen on one side, Chance Little on the other. And the West Central Cougars on the night were 17 of 36, 47.2%, 3 of 10 from the arc. All 3 good by Riker Ford for 30%, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. 16 points for Chance Little, 13 of them in the second half before he fouled out. 15 for Riker Ford. 2 points from Cameron Seaver from the free throw line, 5 from Nick Hamilton on the night. Carson Brown had 7 in the first half. Caden Myers had 8 rebounds, but no points in the ball game. For Pittsfield, they were 20 of 46, 43.4%, 6 of 16 from the arc, 37.5%. And they shot 3 of 5 from the free throw line for 60% on the night. None bigger than the 2 that Taylor Graham made, though. But Javen Petty had 15 on the night, 11 by Brennan Tomhave, all in the second half. 4 points from Taylor Graham, 5 points from Connor Allen, 4 points from Eli Mendenhall, and a big 10 from their point guard, Hayden Gratton. And Hayden really was lively tonight out there keeping the ball alive.
Final this one, a 49-45 win for Pittsfield over West Central. We will visit with Sauk head coach Brad Tomhave next.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back with you on the Blessing Health System post-game show. Final of this one, a 49-45 win for Pittsfield over West Central, and visiting with Saukey head coach Brad Tommy. And coach, coming into the game, you knew West Central would be down a couple of guys due to some situations there, but you also knew that Ryan Seasting's squad is still a very formidable foe, a deep team. It's why this is one of the better squads in all of West Central Illinois this year.
Yeah, they are. They're good. They just picked up right where I assume they left off on their the last game when they had everybody. The message in the locker room before was it doesn't matter who's wearing that jersey. Whoever's wearing that jersey has been taught to play as hard as they can and be disciplined and execute on both ends of the floor. So it really didn't matter the names. It was about us, Pittsfield, playing West Central. And for a while there, we did it. We start the game off, and we're running some good offense, and we're guarding together, and then we just kind of we went south in a hurry, and then they imposed their will on us and took the lead at half. So we got to do a better job. Our kids got to do a better job of understanding where they're going to earn their fouls per the position that they play. I don't think Eli's foul is a good foul 85 feet from the basket after a missed offensive shot. He's going to get his fouls just because where he plays on the floor for us, and it's going to have to be physical. So we can't have 2 to 3 guys sitting on the bench there when we know we can't put them on. We have to keep our rotational subs going. And I think when you saw that, when we were able to do that and we weren't in foul trouble, that we ran pretty good offense and we guarded. And they had a hard time matching us there. So, but credit to them. They got us in some bad spots and made us foul, and that's why it's a team. That's why the next man up is so important. So they were resilient again tonight. I don't understand it, but they were sure resilient.
There's a lot of film to watch in this one, and you'll see a lot of little things that happen, and some things like people won't even really think about unless you have a chance to go back and watch the film. Hayden Gratton had, 4 or 5 steals, several more deflections, kept some rebounds alive as well. I mean, people will look at the box score and they'll say, well, he scored 10 points. Hey, good night for him. But he did a lot more right for your team tonight than just scoring.
Oh, absolutely. Keeping the ball alive. Him and Connor really have taken to a knack of keeping that ball alive on whether it be a defense rebound or offensive rebound, and being able to tip it to another player that might have a better chance to secure it. Of course, that's going to get them a couple times. That got us maybe a foul, but I'd much rather have that foul where we're trying to keep that possession alive and get it to a teammate. But, yeah, Hayden, for a sophomore, for us to ask him to guard baseline to baseline, and we're switching still, but we got all the confidence in the world that if he gets switched down there that, he's going to do the right things, and we should have a teammate ready to help him. But just I thought a couple shots he took when he went middle, he didn't quite get deep enough. He kind of gave up on his drive. And then the second half, you saw him get a little deeper in the lane and be able to rise up, and he hit some tough jumpers there. So just an excellent game for a sophomore to be able to do some of the things that he's doing so quick in the season is encouraging. Taylor Graham, he's not the strongest kid in the world. He's not the fastest kid in the world, but he might be the smartest kid out there in certain situations. Just is a gamer and seems to be in the right place when it matters and able to, secure a rebound and then go down and knock 2 free throws down. But then at the end of the game, and he goes over and he grabs Hayden Gratton away from the ball so they couldn't try to get an and 1-3. And he knew down in distance situation, we're up 4, they make the basket, it doesn't matter. The worst thing we wanted to do was fouling that. So Taylor went and grabbed Hayden. I don't know if everybody saw that, but that's just the type of player Taylor is. He's just got a great feel for the game. So as soon as he gets stronger and grows maybe a little more, then he's going to get nothing but better.
He had a great little tip down here towards the end of the game when the Seavers kid went in. Little was open, but Taylor knocked the ball away. And he and Hayden so many times get a rebound for somebody else because they just keep playing hard all the time. And other than Hayden, I kind of worried about the sophomores a little bit not looking at offense, but then Taylor came down at the end and hit those 2 free throws, and that hasn't been the easiest thing for us to do this year.
No, and in one particular timeout, I said, let's get the scared faces off our face because you're down 8. If you keep playing like that, it's gonna grow the other way. So let's attack the rim. And sophomores, you look to attack to score. We can't have you just being passive out there. You're on the varsity, you're playing varsity basketball, and you're getting those minutes for a reason. And it's not just to think pass all the time. Look for your opportunities to attack because that's just like a good hard cut. If somebody makes a good hard cut, that cut might open up a shot for somebody else. Just like an attack drive. If you force help, that's going to create an open kick out, either 3 or the next drive downhill to force help again, to where they're having a hard time matching with that motion offense. So I thought that happened, and those guys did a nice job, and came back and executed when they had to at the end.
Javen Petty scores 13 of your first 15 points, ends up with 15 on the night. Brennan struggled in the first half, really came alive in the second half. If they ever would both score in the same half, Coach, it might be a big thing for you guys.
Or both halves.
Yeah, hey, that might even be an idea.
Let's try that game a little bit. But
now you're just
Brennan was just struggling. He got to some good spots, just I think wishing it in. But I mean, I'll give him some credit. He took those 2 threes he hit in the second half after he'd been struggling. Just the confidence he had to toe it and knock it down is pretty impressive. But I guess that's what you want out of a senior that's played 3 years varsity basketball. He and Javen both.
And if you want to learn post moves, Chance Little might be a good guy to watch.
Yeah.
Well, you were complimenting him big time.
Yeah,
tonight.
Great player. Always has been. Been watching him since he was a little kid. Just a warrior, physical, and made some stuff happen down there on the block where we might have took one of his basket cuts away, and he just kind of changes course real quick, puts his foot in the grass and plants and goes, and they find him. And he's a strong kid that finishes. Hit a tough shot there. I thought pull up. Eli did a nice job and contested one about a 12-footer with a hand up to tie it up, and that's a tough shot. That's a kid making a play, but I thought Eli really did a nice job there at the end where we went to a no switch and didn't want to get our big off of him, and Eli for that possession he was really good, so caused a contested shot, and we got a rebound.
On the road on Friday night, you travel to Riverton. Riverton Hawks squad, always a tough place to play. Very athletic group once again this year, and they played you very tough here last year.
Yes, very, very, very athletic. We saw them this summer, and they come at you in a lot of different areas and make it tough on the perimeter for you to run offense. So it'd be a good test, good gym to go play in, and hopefully, again, we can see maybe not quite as exciting and get my blood pressure up as quite as high as they did tonight. So
Sockies win this one over West Central 49-45. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Sock head coach Brad Tomave here on the Blessing Health System post-game show. Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is the proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And 10 points out of the sophomore Hayden Gratton, and 4 or 5 steals, several ball deflections, and a big night for Hayden Gratton to help the Sockies move to 7-0 on the season. That's going to do it from Boschel Gym. We'll have junior high sectional action for you tomorrow night. Tip-off at 6:30, pregame at 6:15 as the PCS Lady Braves play host to the Porta Blue Jays from Pikeland Community School. Until then, we bid you farewell. For Jack and John, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us on another Central Illinois Sports presentation.